from your mistakes. This is going to be fun.
The only thing that matters is body count.
This is your champion.
Hope you're not afraid to get your hands dirty.
I'm Jumpmaster. Better follow me if you want to die
Don't blame
last.
yourself. I knew where you would be.
Time to kill.
Enemies are falling from the sky and making you some damage. Here I
You.
I'm down. I need to get back in. Yeah, I put one down.
Pick me up.
One step closer.
I'm trying to fix my settings to get the best. Settings. I've been playing around with them.
I love shooting. I don't love killing. I understand the conflict and I'm fine with it.
I think the settings look a little better. The screen should look a little better now. Cause I had it locked at I think at a different resolution, which was weird. My local
This
settings.
is your champion.
Was trying to get near 300 because my monitor can get up to 300, but I was getting like 130 typically. So, let's see.
Little advice, just stay down.
Land there.
You might be of use to me yet.
Again? Again. Attention. First blood.
I now have an enhanced weapon.
Smell that. First blood.
Round one.
Firing. A target landed so close I can smell him. Reloading. Cut down an enemy. Reloading. Enemy killed.
Minute till ring close. There's a new kill leader, and it isn't me.
45 seconds. Can you reach the ring in that time?
Attention.
Wait.
Harvesters.
You can't escape death.
near. The ring's closing. Let's not get caught outside.
Kill leader eliminated. Attention, delivering care package.
Care package incoming.
Backpack
Extended energy magazine here. Level 3. Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
I spotted an enemy over here.
Yes.
Echo's picked a sweet angle. Moving. Got prey there with level 1 shields. They're low. Snagged him. Shattered the prey's shield. Opening fire on our prey.
Reloading. Targeting that spot. Cutting a phase tear.
Half the squads are worm food. Moving to Echo for a better angle.
Can't escape. Upgraded and ready to kill.
Need a new angle on this.
The care package has touched down over there.
Full Evo cache here.
Round 2, beginning ring countdown. Attention, delivering replicator.
Looks interesting over here.
Yes.
There's no escape.
They're marked on your map.
Escape.
Others have been there. Someone gave that prey level 2 shields. No one left. Prey spotted!
Getting shot. Someone's got a death wish. Rings nearby. Still got a minute. Plenty of time for some fun.
We routed that squad. Hardly a challenge.
You can't escape death.
Rings nearby and it closes in 45. Why wait? Let's go. Seconds left and the ring's close. Ring closing in 10, and it's just a shot away.
And in this quarter, your number one contender
I
for the
like that
World
way.
Heavyweight
Come if you want.
Championship.
Prey spotted over there.
What's your name, kid? That doesn't matter. You won't last around anyway. Give it a hand.
Someone's got a death wish. I've maxed out my upgrades. You can't escape.
Someone's cruising for a person in this corner, folks. Who will challenge them?
They're right out.
Got an upgrade. That one's down.
Shattered the prey shield. Get it back out. I cracked part of the shield.
That turn your soul. At least you
Let's go.
lifetime.
Got a tag on him. Watch my back. I'm using a Phoenix hit.
Enemy shield cracked.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
I'm under fire. Thermite out.
Replicator incoming. Current angle sucks. Push it up. Shattered the prey's shield.
Down one.
Getting shot at. Downed another squad.
Shields are depleted. Recharging.
"45 seconds. Rings nearby. Recharging shield. Not a lot of
Right
ammo
here.
left. Need more.
Rings close. 30 seconds.
Using a medkit. There's no escape.
Some prey there. Look, prey there with level 2.
Pay for that.
Prey's tagged. Take him down. Opening fire on our prey. Let's move there.
In progress.
Outside the ring is where the stupid die. Let's get inside.
Package.
Echo's got an angle. Moving there. Taking fire.
Nope. You're not dying.
Target here.
A phase tear. Use it.
Using Phoenix Fit.
Recharging shields.
Ammo's low. Need to find more.
Amp here. If one is required.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
I now have an enhanced weapon.
They're sending a replicator down. You can't escape death.
Keeping that spot in view. Getting a fresh angle.
I'm out of light ammo. A broken enemy shield. That one's down.
Nice. I'm under fire. Reloading.
There goes the last one in the squad. Recharging shields.
Care package there.
Watch my back. I'm healing.
This way. Stand here. If one is required. Over there. Here.
You won't escape. Someone's got a death wish. I'm down. Pick me up.
The enemy stands before us. A second.
Alright, that was a good test out game. I think I'm comfortable now with the settings. My GPU is able to run this shit and it's at around 50-60% percentage of total usage, so let's see.
We're going to do beautiful things together.
Introducing your champion. The champion is in Beginning ring countdown.
We're in the ring. Fully in.
Activating jump drive.
조심하자. One squad nearby.
Throwing jump drive.
I'm back. Lost on my drone.
Escape's not an option.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Sniper stock here. Level 2.
I'll take that.
Attention. Evo harvesters are online.
Extended heavy mag here. Gold gear.
Ah, an enhanced weapon. You'll knock them dead.
Got an Evo harvester here.
Yeah, we're on the grid.
Open up shop and shut them down.
Another beautiful piece.
좋아. I've located the enemy's positions. Check your map.
Got an Evo harvester here.
Fine.
Can't escape.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Jump drive in position.
Supplies here. Load up. Sniper stock here. Level 3. Leveled up. Comes with a
I'll
shiny
take that.
upgrade. All the better for killing you.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Upgraded. Hungry to test it out.
I'm recalling my drone.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. That was quick.
Can't escape. Enemy over there.
I'm crafting. Be patient.
I'm bored. Time to start killing over there. No escape.
My ultimate is ready to deploy.
Born in the shadows.
Extra treasures here. You're welcome. Let's go there. I see someone over there. We're too spread out. There's
No escaping me.
Right here.
Recharging.
They're shooting at me. I cracked an enemy shield. Reloading. Recharging my shields. Hold on, I need to heal.
Got a skin bag out there. Enemy over there.
They're shooting at me.
조심하자. One squad nearby.
That hurt. I'm down.
You won't escape.
Don't worry. Initializing EMP. Someone destroyed my drone. My ultimate's ready to deploy.
Can't escape.
Getting shot.
What's good, Brian? How you doing? What's new today, buddy? What you eat today? I got some Colombian food today and I just ate and knocked out. So I just woke up from a nap like maybe 30-40 minutes ago. An hour ago-ish. Hey, that was good. Did you see my story today?
Me life's an open book.
On IG?
Just get your mum's permission to read.
Time to dig up some gold.
Oh nice, taco sound good. I had a carne asada. I was gonna get a bandeja paisa, but I was like, I just really want a carne asada and empanadas. So I got that.
Introducing your champion.
Yeah, we have to teach our parents. I taught my mom too. We have to teach them the basics to invest, because if you start at your age or my age, you have an advantage. Well, you're like 19, 18, and you've already started and you understood it. I didn't even understand stocks at your age, and obviously it probably helps a little bit that I can explain to you the technical aspects of it. PE ratios, in terms of good investments, how the market impacts that, all that stuff.
Backpack here. Level 3.
It's a good thing to do that. I just seen it.
Backpack here. Level 3.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rings close. Still
I ended up not looking at the SEC if they filed, but if you type in sec.gov and then try to look for their 10Q, it'd be under like the 10K, 10Q.
Rings close. 45 seconds on the clock. Today's coming up, eh?
You can see like their financial statements. That you probably won't be able to understand as much, or maybe you will. Like I know I had talked about it a little bit before.
Rings near
The
with
stock
30 on
trading
the
time.
clock.
So oh nice. That's actually really good.
You'll knock them dead.
I didn't know that they had that. We had a. I didn't think we had that shit.
Evo harvesters are now available.
got an Evo harvester here.
Closing.
Outside the ring.
Don't get shooting at me. Cracked an enemy shield.
Jump drive in position.
Recharging me shields. go here.
I cracked an enemy shield. Reloading.
Juicing me shields.
Escape's not an option.
They shooting at me. Right, go.
Jump drive in position.
Arc star going long. Knuckle cluster out. Healing. Give me a sec. Broke that enemy shield.
Second an enemy shield. Enemy. Come on. I still need you.
I level.
They're shooting at me.
Jump drive in. Reloading.
Shooting at me.
Get up. You're gonna wanna see what I can do.
Healing. I'll walk it off.
Drink me up.
Reload.
Enemy down.
Serving him a knuckle sandwich. Juicing me shields. Great moves.
I did because the way they're marketing Stranger Things means they expect big returns. Hey, I applaud you for thinking of that. Wait, let me see if I can show you their financial statements just to see. Oh yeah, they did come out. All right, let me pull that up real quick. Let me know if you can see it. So if you want to see a company's financial statements, just type in it for any company, any public company traded on the stock exchange. They need to release the results quarterly and then annually. It depends when their fiscal year ends. The fiscal year is typically what, 12/31, but some companies have like a 6/30 or weird fiscal year. So then you just type in the company up here on sec.gov and Netflix comes up. Then you see their filing. So you can look at how their financial statements have periodically, the results have been, and that also compares it to the prior year. So the 10K is the annual report, and then quarterly, every 3 months, they need to submit their 10Q. So this is 10Q is the one that was submitted on October 22nd, and you see Netflix here. So their revenues compared to September of last year, September 30 this year compared to last year has gone up. Overall, they have other marketing, sales and marketing revenues, technology revenues, essentially their operating income on the 3-month basis. So August, October, September, and 9 months means from January through September. On both periods, their income, their revenue has gone up, and these are in the millions or in thousands. So this is really a lot of money. This is what, 3 bill, and this is 10 billion. Even though it reads as 10 million, just because it says in thousands. So that means they have increased their revenue year over year. And what really matters is their expenses, right? Because if you increase your revenue, but your expenses are way higher, which we see here, they did have more expenses. Your net income, what you take home, is basically higher still, both times. Let me rename this video actually. Yeah, it's unaudited, but it's reviewed. So what that means is, I would do this too. They have to do analytical procedures and inquiries. The only audited numbers are the 10K. So these are actual audited numbers. But you can rely on these because all of the transactions throughout the year are being audited for the 10K. So these are reliable numbers. Um, the 10K is the most reliable because it's actually audited. But in bypass, then that means the 10Q amounts are audited, if that makes sense. So these are their audited amounts from like the full 2024, and the 10Qs give you just a glimpse of what's happening throughout the year. And you see from 2022 to 23, they only increased a million or a billion, and then from 23 to 24, they increased 4 billion. With that, their expenses go up, but net they still made money. And then that trickles down to the share price. And when people look at this and they understand what their business goals are, you kind of adjust on top of government implications. You adjust the share, the price per stock, the share price. Their EPS has gone up, which is earnings per share, which is really good. So yeah, I mean, year over year, you don't want to see this be less than this. But it's telling me it's only about 200 million more dollars they've made in these 3 months compared to the last 3 months. But they made 2 billion more year over year. So when we look at 2025 10K, which would be released sometime in February, I would expect this to be around 12 billion or more. Well, they surpassed, if we're looking at this right, they surpassed right now as of 9:30. They basically are near what they made all of last year. So you're right. Stranger Things, more people might subscribe to their application. Um, and Netflix has been a good stock. They're Yeah, the 10% dip. You're already gonna see if you bought it a nice 0.5 gain. And if you're a long-term investor, this is a good strategy, like you're doing. Um, yeah, in the last 3 months, their stock has tanked. Year to date, it's still up. We're on a dip, but if you look at all dips, this dip right here has been just stagnant, I would say. But if you look at last year's February dip, it took a while, depending where you got it. If you sell it here, and then that's how you try to optimize too. Buy and sell at dips, at peaks is just hard to tell because you don't know the future. Um, so that's their income statement, uh, statement of operations. Where's their balance sheet? Other comprehensive. It doesn't really tell me much. Um, it has the same net income of above this amount. So auditors are looking at this, they're just not auditing. If I would have done this with Squid Games and Jews, they would have been solid returns. The peak was when it dropped and there's been losses. And yeah. Yeah, so now you're doing it um with the, what is this show you just mentioned? Stranger Things, right? Stranger Things. I have a brain fart. So this is other comprehensive income. It tells you translations, foreign translation adjustments. It's not super important, but it's good to look at. Comprehensive income has increased. It's like if they do business in Germany or Europe and the euro, but they're based in the US, all of the subscriptions that were paid in euros need to be translated as of this date, so 9:30. So if the euro went down or up, they would have to get a for foreign currency translation adjustment. Um, this is telling me that the foreign currency decreased in 3 months, but it has increased in the year to date. Um, so that's kind of like that. Statement of cash flows is more comprehensive. You'll see operating, investing, and financing. It just tells you where they're spending their cash. So if you wanted to know a lot of their cash is in operating, um, they need to pay expenses and they need to back out their CLAD, current assets and current liabilities, amortization, depreciation to get to their net cash. Investing, what are they investing in, and financing. And their balance sheet is how many assets they have. This should be fairly consistent with a company like Netflix, and that's what's showing here. Their assets don't really change. Their cash might increase, but property, equipment, other stuff like that typically is normal. And their liabilities, how much money do they owe people? They just don't have to pay it right now because sometimes their net terms are, oh, you can pay this in 30 days, 45 days, whatever. So they actually owe people less money. Um, Overall, it's looking like, which is good. You don't want them to owe people more money. And yeah, then you can look at this is their equity, basically, how their common stock and APIC, additional paid-in capital, if they issued common stock, stock-based expense for their employees, they give them stock and then they have to expense that. And then their footnotes. So what accounting policies have they elected? Their revenue recognition based on their regions, which would match up the revenue up top. And you can see the US is the leading revenue generator for all these periods. Europe is second, Latin America, and then um, Asia. So that's that. Their EPS notes, how they get down basically, how many shares they have outstanding. Is this in the thousands? How their cash is managed, balance sheet components, PP&E, leases for their sites that they have for their employees, debt, senior note debt, revolving credit, derivatives. This is their foreign exchange activity. And a lot of this contingencies is good to look at. If are they being sued? Out of September, it would legal proceedings from time to time, normal business, subject to litigation. If any litigation were to come against Netflix or any company, they would list it here. If it's material to their financials, so they're getting sued for $1 billion, that would be probably material, and they would have to disclose it, and that would impact the share price. Stock stuff. I would say the most important thing when you're looking at, and you can read all this if you wanted to understand more of their business, especially for a company that you're not familiar with, because maybe you didn't know what region the revenue is coming from. You might guess it's United States, but how does that compare to the rest? And yeah, they just have other information here. And I would have to read and audit this at Xerox. The Xerox one is the one I know. So if you go back, well, you don't audit, sorry, you don't audit the 10 Qs, but you would have to review them to make sure that it's internally consistent, that it ties to the TV, um, and stuff like that. So the one I know is that I worked at under PwC. Is this one. This is where I learned kind of how to review and audit at the end of the year these. So the revenues, and Xerox's ass, they're pretty much always at a loss. See 106. I never invest in Xerox. And technically, as auditors, you cannot invest in your companies that you're auditing because you might have insider knowledge. So I was also legally not allowed, but even if I was legally, I wouldn't. And you just read, and they're all kind of similar. They're tailored a bit, a bit different each one for their respective business. Oh my god, I hated this footnote. I would have to audit and review the finance receivables for so long. But you get used to it. The debt one was interesting because they would do a lot of secured borrowings. It's kind of crazy to be on this side now and just see it from like an investor standpoint. Because for a while, and you can see Xerox, this is public knowledge that I can say now, like they were being sued by a lot of companies. I would recommend, if you like Netflix, on Netflix, see Carl Icahn documentary. Useful stuff here. You're part of the machine that is on. Yep. Yep. And it took me a while to understand that. And if you are in that life forever, you won't. When you're an auditor, you're very limited to what you can invest in. There's a document, so I would read about this, and I was the litigation guy on this job. At one point, when I was an intern, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, they were being sued, but for $1 billion. Xerox. At the time, I couldn't say nothing, but it was public knowledge, and they had to disclose it at the time. So they have this one that they have to disclose, where HP, um, it was like weird. I forgot what it was, but it's like a pension program fund that they're being sued by, and all companies have, lawsuits. It's just they have to disclose. They have, every company has some, I would say, maybe even more than this. And I know for this circumstance that they had more. But this company, Xerox, has to disclose, or any company has to disclose only the most material, or not the most, any material litigation. And subsequent events is like, if you ever see that, Xerox acquired Lexmark. It didn't really impact their stock, and Xerox is a really non-profitable business. The good thing about Xerox is they do pay a lot of dividends. So if we look at their stock, Xerox, they pay 13% dividends. So if you hold your money here, if you hold whatever amount, I forget if it's quarterly, I think it's quarterly, they would pay you 13% of that amount. That's their incentive to be in their stock. But it's, as you can see, like it's a really bad, like they're not profitable. They used to be a juggernaut back in the day, before my time auditing them, before the 2000s, and then the electronic print, everything turned electronic, right? And you can see that impact Xerox because there was less people printing, and then COVID hit in 2019, and that's when Xerox died, in my opinion. Because up until 2019, they were in the 30s, 40s, early 2000s, 70s, but then printing became obsolete and less people are printing. That's why we go back to their financial statements. Where's this one, Xerox? Yeah, if you go back up to their P&L, they're just losing money. The last 10K I helped out at this 10K actually. They're just losing money. Yeah, the 90s was their peak. Like if you had stock back then and you didn't sell, you got killed. And this stock, basically, you're a dead man walking, as they say. Uh, maybe, maybe if they don't change their life around. But that's why this is the point of it. This is why it's important to look at the financial statements, because just because you think Netflix is doing good, which they are, right? We just proved that, even though these are unaudited financials, like I mentioned, all of the activities being audited throughout the year, and their 10K will be audited. So at the end of the day, looking at this in comparison with other current activities is good to do in conjunction. So like you're not caught off guard. I want to see Micron Technology. I think they released recently. Oh, they released their 10K. Holy shit. Okay. This is a company I've made good money on, and I'm not gonna lie, yeah, they have their pictures and everything up here. I haven't seen that before. I haven't looked at their financials, but I know their PE is really low, and um, yeah, they had a good dip today that I made a little bit of money on, not that much, cause they haven't gone that much up, and I bought at like 196. It's at 197, and I sold because I expected to go more down, but it's been kind of flat. So yeah, Amazon has been dropping lately. Probably, yeah, actually, it didn't really drop that much, but it also, if you think about it from the other aspect of it, if you're getting hacked and you can kind of make it go away or like fight the hack, that should give you a sense of assurance, right? So Micron Technology, you see, this is a weird one where their 10K is released on October because it's as of August. Their annual filings are August. Typically, companies are 12/31, but this is actually good to know. If we look at them, Micron Technology, and I think this is a good long-term investment. It will be impacted by tariffs, but their business is solid, and they just came out. They were not profitable this year, or last year, 2024. They were profitable for the first time, and then they 9x'd their operating income. They went from uh, revenue being 15 million, so 15 billion, but their expenses were 15 million, and their expenses were 16. Um, wait, this is in millions, so this is billion. Sorry again, 16 billion, and then they lost 1 billion. Then in 2024, they made money for the first time, and in 2025, they almost, well, 5 times 3 is 15. They almost 3x'd. And at the end of the day, after expenses, their expenses stayed relatively flat, so then their net income grew. And now they're super profitable. They went from a negative earnings per share to a positive to now a 7 EPS. Um, Their comprehensive income is the same. If they're doing any foreign transactions, that's going to come around here after the foreign translations. And they had a gain in foreign translation, so that's good. And then their balance sheet, their assets increased, which you want that to be increasing. And their liabilities stayed almost relatively flat. So end of day, their total liabilities and equity is higher because assets plus liabilities equals equity. So this is the changes in equity, and then we can see how they're spending their cash. I am curious to see their revenue. Receivables, so they have more receivables. So companies owe them money for goods that they've performed, for revenue that they recognized. They have leases. I think tomorrow I'm gonna make a whole video of this, of like the companies, maybe 5 companies. Yeah, for a beginning, it's so much, for a beginner, it's so much reading and numbers, but think about it this, if you're putting your money somewhere that you are investing and you worked hard on, you would want to take a look at this, right? And it's hard to understand, right? A lot of things here you probably don't need to know, but a lot of things are beneficial to you, for you to see, like the P&L, profit and loss. You want to know if your business is profitable, and you want to find actually businesses, in my opinion, that are not profitable, and understand when they will become profitable. So if you find an X, let's just name it X company, right? And right now they're losing $1 billion a year, but they've invested so much in their assets that those assets are going to produce income that in 2 years or a year, 6 months, you understand, and you've heard from maybe their CEO, you've seen quarterly financial statements that they're up on the up. Like Q1 is slowly increasing revenue, Q2, Q3, and their expenses are being consistent. Then you would want to invest in it now, and nobody would know unless they look at the financials. Or there might be, general sentiment on, oh, hey, this company's going to take off. But, looking at this, so I want to understand their lawsuits. On April 2021, Netlist Inc. filed 2 patent infringement actions against Micron. And the U.S. court, the first complaint alleges that U.S. patent is infringed. So Micron is being sued by Netlist for infringing on their patents, potentially, allegedly. The second complaint alleges that 3 U.S. patents are infringed. March 21, Netlist filed a patent infringement complaint against Micron, Germany. The complaint seeks damages, cost, and injunctive relief. The federal patent court in Germany declared both patents invalid. Netlist has appealed. So they ended here as like saying invalid. If they are, so this is gap. It's a law for gap, if you will. The gap, think of a gap as like a law. If they know that there will be damages that they need to pay out, and that damage is material, they need to disclose an amount, or at least say that. It's not being said here that. It's saying Germany, at least the courts in Germany declare that it's not a valid lawsuit, but it doesn't really say anything about the US. So if they're unsure, they also can't say that. Now, the SEC, if they were to audit the auditors here, and then which in turn audits the company, because the auditors should be looking at this. If it was wrong, that would lead to another issue, but you kind of need to not take it at face value, but just understand. Also, Netlist, blah blah blah, infringed. Okay, so this is the U.S. portion. Okay, and found that Micron should pay 425 million. So you see they're required to say for the infringement of 912 patent and 12 million for the infringement of 417 patent. On July 2025, Micron filed a notice that they will appeal the judgment following a 4-day trial. So the court ruled against Micron here. And on April 17th, issued a final written decision finding unpatentable the so asserts claim of the third patent. So 2 patents were founded to be infringed upon and 1 was not, based on Netlist's lawsuit, an infringement complaint I should say, against Micron. Netlist filed a notice that it will appear in December. And then the firm will preclude any infringement complaint against Micron July 8th. On January 23, oh, another company. Wait. So basically, Netlist got Micron, and they have to owe the money. That's what I'm gathering here. And then B-Sang Inc. also filed that the accused products do not infringe the assert patent. Okay, so B-Sang got stung in the ass, and they didn't get what they wanted. And then there's another one. Does Netflix have any current contingencies? Yeah, I guess that's all you care about, huh? Let's see. I think I had it up. No, I didn't see any. Is this Netflix? So these are 10Q. You have to look at the footnotes is what it's called. Where's the footnotes? The layout is weird on the phone for you. Oh, my bad. Yeah. No, last contingencies right here. Oh, wait. As of September 2025, the company had 20 billions of obligations comprised of 4.1 billion in current content liabilities and 1.6 billion in non-current. On the balance sheet, 15 billion of obligations are not reflected as of December, so they decreased their liabilities less than a year. Total contingency content obligations include amount related to acquisitions, licensing, product nations that are not U.S. Blah 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 blah. From time to time, normal operations. In the ordinary, the company has entered into commercial blah blah blah. So I mean, it's telling me that they do. Yeah. I bought some Nvidia today. I made a little bit. Today was not a great day for me. I made like, I think, let me see what. On one account I made 97 bucks, but then it decreased after hours, so I sold. Right now I'm only in GE. And then my individual, I had 66. I bought the dip, and then the dip basically restored. It came up. I got greedy. I didn't sell, and then it flattened out. For the week, I'm still up. Good amount though. And then all the time, just slightly under 13%. And for individual, this one as well. This week I made about 700 bucks on the stock market, and it's around 12.50%. I think the reason why I've been doing solid for you now is because of VOO plus the individuals of Netflix and yeah. Yeah, so wait. So they have contingencies, but they're not mentioning Netflix what they're related to on their 10Qs, which is I think normal. In the 10K, let's see. Cash, balance sheet, debt. Are they being sued? Segment and geographic, employee benefit. Did I miss it? Income tax, accumulated, stock equity. Okay, contingencies and commitments. Huh. So, Netflix has gone with the approach of not naming what these are related to. Okay, so this is what is important right here, this sentence. See that? The company is involved in litigation matters not listed herein, but does not consider the matters to be material either individually or in the aggregate at this time. The company's views of matters not listed may change in the future as litigation and events related unfold. So as of now, you're right, it's not an issue, but, and then NVIDIA, their latest, I think they released results actually the 28th. It's hard to time markets, right? Did I buy it at here? I had a lot of transactions. I was trying to catch a wave here on NVIDIA today, but didn't work out. 183 buy, and I sold it at 11 cents higher, so 11 times 30. And then I bought more and I sold at 179, a dollar higher today. I haven't touched NVIDIA in a while, since September, but you can see like the price that I've touched is around the same. You can also just hold these long term and be fine. It's just I want to optimize my money, and that's kind of my strategy, right? You have two strategies: long term, which is what you're doing, and then day to day, which is kind of what I'm doing, slash long term. If I see a good opportunity to get in, I'll hold. But then that money's kind of stuck with that company, and I can't use it for another opportunity that might be more beneficial in the day. But then I might miss out on holding long term. So it's kind of like I used to do both, and then I got burned when July 31, but I've recovered since then. When my long-term holdings just kind of went down, and then I realized I need to be in this market, what I call more liquid. I want to be in and out of the market. A bearish and bullish approach. Yeah, bullish stock market, which makes it interesting. A bearish and yep, or a mix of both. Yep. And Warren Buffett's has said this best: be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. So if you're looking at Robinhood or Nvidia or anything, what does that mean? In a 3-month basis, be greedy when others, be fearful when others are greedy. So have fear when other people are at the top of it, Robinhood. Fear that. Fear all-time highs. All-time high of a Robinhood is 153. So if you're hearing Nvidia or Robinhood just hit an all-time high, be scared, because what can happen? What is most likely to happen? People will take gains at the top. So be scared when things are at all-time high. Even though it could theoretically go higher, What is the chance of that? Not as likely. And then be greedy when others are fearful. So in dips, when other people are selling, that's when you have to buy and kind of stomach it. So if you buy, let's say, if you were at 152 and in a perfect world you sold, and then you see a drop, or even let's say you held on to it and you see a drop, and now you're thinking, I have to sell and take a loss. No. I mean, this is why you need to have money waiting in the background to buy the dip. And then it does it again. You have to double down if it's a good company that you like a Netflix, Nvidia, Robinhood, GE, Micron, Google. Get Xerox out of here, ugly ass company. Um, and then kind of wait it out. Robinhood is really highly priced right now, so it means there's a lot of expectations, even after this drop off. So I'm wary. I'm in and out. I'm here for short-term games because everything is at really expensive right now. Actually, let me look at Netflix again one more time. So Netflix, this is why I'm telling you, be wary of Netflix a little bit here because their PE ratio. Their PE ratio is really high. A lot of companies, compared to Micron, which is why I like Micron, their PE ratio is 26. Then look at like Nvidia, and it's around the 51s. Robinhood is 66. So that means the industry average, I would say, if it depends on the industry, but for all of these kind of fintech tech companies, 40 to 50 is reasonable in today's economy. Below that, it's a steal. Great example, Micron. But I mean, if their profits tank, then 26 could be overpriced. I don't think it will be, but it's just, where I'm at. Netflix's PE ratio is 2 points above the stock market is essentially the equivalent of the dating game. Get to know the company person. Yeah, yeah. Because look, if you look at Nvidia too, Jensen Hong, this guy works his ass off. If you see any interviews, his favorite thing to do is work. He works 7 days a week, 24/7. The AMD CEO, which is apparently his cousin, kind of crazy, right? Why is it not loading? Look at their PE ratio, bro. 137. This is why people are saying we're in a bubble, because we really are. That's why if you're in a company, it better be a company that has a low PE. Because even a PE of 40 like GE, which I like, it can get up to 50, and it probably is closer to 50 near the all-time high. It can still go down. It could go to 30. And what does that mean? That means the stock will go to probably around 260s, 270s. And it's still like if you buy it here, 298, you think you're buying a dip, which it could be. But look at this dip, 270, it went down to 260, and it just kept going down. But then it, averaged out after the results and stuff. In a way, yes, a PE ratio is a volatility ratio. PE ratio calculation formula. It's total earnings divided by the number of shares outstanding. That gives you EPS. And we can see the EPS back in their balance sheet. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, income statement. So it'd be this divided by, that's how it's calculated. So you first need the EPS. They do that in their 10Q, so we don't have to calculate their EPS. But then price per share divided by that. So what are we looking at again? Was it Micron or Netflix? I think it was Micron. So Micron's EPS divided by their share price of 1,121, or their share price divided by their EPS, I should say, that gives us this. How much more times are you paying for? What is the 10K? 10K? Let's look at the 10Q. Okay, 10Q right here. Their EPS is, this is got 20.12. So if you look at the formula, and we get a calculator, do the math, Brian. Let's see if you can do it. Let's see if we can get close to it. It won't be exact, but it'll be closer. The more so no, the more if I'm the lower the PE, the more fairly priced the stock is, which I guess in terms is more reliable in a sense. Yeah. So if we do the math, right, using the formula, price per share, Netflix is I'm doing it on my phone, 1122.79 divided by their latest full year 9 months EPS basic. Diluted is just like the worst, like if they were to dilute themselves, that gives us a 55.8 PE. To around 52. Wait, let's do that same number with, so 1122.79 divided by 19.67. That gives us 57. So I think it's basic, but also this is as of 9:30. So if we really wanted that PE as of 9:30, we would have to look at stock price as of 9:30, which was 1198.92 divided by like the 20. Let's go with the 20.12. Oops. 59. I don't know exactly how Robinhood, what data they're using in terms of what EPS data they're using live, but it's really close. It's like around the 50s, right? So it's telling me that. And if we look at Netflix industry standard PE, so you see, as of October 2025, Netflix PE ratio is approximately 52.7, whatever, yeah, 52, let's say, which is considered to be in the bottom 25% of the industry. This indicates that Netflix stock is current valued higher than its peers in the industry. Historically, Netflix's PE ratio has varied around the 43%. So even buying this dip, this is why I'm scared of buying this dip. It can go lower. The dip can be lower. Like in a perfect world, which you never know, right? I would buy it around the 45 PE ratio. That doesn't mean that buying it around this PE ratio and then tomorrow some investor buys 10 million worth of shares and now this goes to 60 PE and you made money and you sell that and get the fuck out because it's high. But it's like a lot of these companies PE ratios are super high, even good companies. So even on a red day like this, and I'm saying buy dip, but if you're buying this dip, you need to be really closely monitoring the the um the price. Cause, or if you're going to be a long-term investor and you can say, okay, I can buy this now. I know in 6 months their results are going to come out, right? Like let's say what, November, December, January, February, end of February, so 4 months ish. If they increase their revenue, let's say they're at 8 million right now. If they somehow, and last year, what were they at again? This is where trading for the future or anticipating their future earnings is kind of handy. Because let's say they increase their revenue so much. So this past year they got from 5 billion to 6 billion to 10 billion, and let's say they got to 20 billion. So the PE ratio could be higher than the average going into next year, which makes it scary looking. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get across. I don't want to scare you, but that's a possibility. Now, if they release the results and they make 20 billion in net income, or let's be realistic. Let's say they make 15 billion. Their EPS goes up to, I'm just making numbers here, 30. So let's do the same math. And let's say the stock price stays flat at today's price. So again, they increase their revenue from 8 billion to 15 billion. Let's say this, the EPS, earnings per share. So how much does one share associated with what they're making? Goes to 30. Netflix, so again, okay, so it would be the formula price per share, let's say 30 divided by 1122. Sorry, 1122 divided by 30. That would give you a 37.4 PE ratio, which at that point, Robinhood and all these brokerage accounts like Fidelity, all this, then this PE ratio would drop. People would buy it because they would either make it like this would drop and then people would be like, oh shit, like it's a cheap stock now because they made so much money, so it's worth it. That's kind of how Nvidia has grown year to date. Their PE ratio was lower because their price per stock was lower and they were making a lot of money. And then people have caught on in the past, year, 5 years. Oh wait, they keep making more money. People are producing more and more and more. And I missed out on, I didn't have that much money back then ready to invest. And I really started getting in around, let's see, when's the first time I bought? I should have held it, but it's just I didn't have as much money back then. 144. I bought across the climb, and I probably have more since then. I can't go back further enough. But this is money, like 5 shares at this price. Like you need to have, like I've slowly grown my portfolio and just keep adding to it. Just have money ready and then analyze the market. So Netflix would have to have a huge increase in their revenue in these last 3 months, which is very possible. They would need to increase their revenue year over year after cost, or I should say their net income, but it trickles up to their revenue. Let's say they would need to almost double or 1.5x. Wait, let's say 10 minus 6 divided by 6. They increased by 40% here ish. They would need to increase it again by 40%, and then your investment would be a good one. So I'll leave it at that. Long spiel. Back to Apex. Did that make sense? All of it. I hope it. See where your investment strategy is coming for Netflix. It's just I want to let you know why I'm not investing. I'm in and out. If you're willing to wait 4 months after buying today, it probably would be a good investment. Just know it did drop 10%. Just know just because it dropped 10% doesn't mean it can't drop 15%. Doesn't mean it can't drop 20%. Like, I hope it doesn't, but it's very possible. And people, the reason in the past year this has gone up is people probably, this PE was probably really low. They were still making that good of money, and then people said, okay, we can drive this PE up above the industry average because Netflix is such a good company. Dips and dots with Louis. Yeah, I did. I have a headache now. Yeah, I mean, 20%. I beat the S&P 500 year to date. I think I know what I'm talking about, but it also has to, not only do you need to know what you're talking about, you need to have the right mindset. If you're down in a good company, do not sell, just buy more. And if you're up really high in a company, start taking profits because others will take profits, and then that means the price will drop. If somebody's has 10, 20 million and their profits have gone up 10%, they're going to, and when they sell that, that stock is going to drop. And where you had, let's say 6%, now it's going to be 2% or negative 2%, negative 4%, and then you have to wait and buy. But all that talking, yeah, I don't really like to talk. It's a lot. It's a lot to consider. But let's say Stranger Things beats records and it's all time and people are subscribing from all different regions more. I find it hard to believe, but it could happen. It will go up. Or maybe there's something else that they're working on that's not public that will be announced tomorrow or next week, or you never know. Or if they get sued and this time it is material, then they have to disclose it. It's a lot of factors, not just Stranger Things is coming out, the stock price is going to go up. But it could be. It could be. And that's kind of where you need to take calculated risk. And I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but we'll see if your calculated risk pays off. And if it doesn't pay off, you're still happy holding Netflix until 1 year from now, and then the revenue from Netflix will be higher. Yeah. If you think of it like that, then it's a good investment. If you're thinking, I'm gonna buy this dip and I'm gonna hold it until next year, look at this retard, buddy. Fucking jumped off the map.
Got some goodies for ya.
Attention. Evo harvesters are online. Warning. Ring closing.
Rings move.
The banner is mine.
Smell a rotten egg over there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be an aggressive. I'm just attempting to make calculated bets. Yeah, I think right now in today's economy, it's better to be calculated than to be aggressive. I've been burned on it a little bit, but I've recovered.
Being delivered.
Respawn beacon over there.
Attention.
Care package out there.
First blood.
Someone took first blood from me. You can't escape death.
Enemy here.
I have come to save the day.
Shield.
Get the dick. God, fuck down.
Oh, I'm readable, I'm readable, I'm readable, I'm readable.
Someone's got a death wish. Over there. Damn skin. You can't escape death. Using Phoenix kit. You're better off dead, but I could use the cover. Throwing an arc star. You won't escape. Embrace the shadows. Reloading. No escape. Reloading. Cover me.
Jump down there. Right time.
Upgraded. Hungry to test it out. Spotted a target over there. You can't escape death.
Yelling up.
Repairing my damages.
Yelling up. Get up.
Can't escape. Using a med kit.
Repairing.
Wrecking ball fired up. Literally tugged.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am.
Get the stick. Recharging the shield.
That Octane was so horny. He got murked.
Grappling.
No escape.
Using my shield to recharge.
Healing.
Repairing my damages.
Get my shield skin back. I'm healing.
I'm back.
Crafting. Do not bloody.
Looking for the enemy. And I found them. Check your map.
You won't escape.
Using grapple.
Fully enhanced killer machine. Feels like a soulmate. Healing.
I am repairing myself.
Think I hear skin suits over
Going
there.
here. You lot. Get behind.
Contact with target.
You can't escape.
We're here. Go make Maggie come find you.
Yeah.
I have been downed.
Go here.
Open supply bin over here.
Next ring far out. Quick dawdling.
Attention.
Being
Delivering
shot.
replicator.
Just you and me now. Escape's not an option. Recharging shield. Phoenix, get here.
Feel it? I don't mind. Everything is carbide.
You can't escape death. I'm healing.
Read the distance and closes at 60, does he?
Could be fresh blood.
Hell yeah.
Respawn
Got an evac tower.
Need more kills. What's over here?
Quit pissing around. Move here.
Rings far. I was born in the shadows.
I don't mind.
Reloading.
You fellas know the drill.
Supplies here. Take them or don't. I don't care.
Healing. I don't mind. Everything is carbide.
No escaping me. Enemy right here.
Being shot at. Rings moving at. Rings all fired up.
Someone's gonna pay for that.
Another squad cutting in. Here's a thing.
Yeah. Fucking shitter fucking guy. Dies off spawn and then fucking dies there, bro. Fucking shitter. 2v3 in the whole game. And then he wants to ping to revive him. Like, fuck you. That guy ulted on me. Joe's texting me. She went to Maya Bowls with her friend and now she's cooking at her friend's house. Ground beef. I don't know what she's making. I said I'm streaming right now. Just give Brian a stock analysis on Netflix. Did they delay it, or did you just get the date mixed up? Because if they delayed it, then that's kind of ass. But if you got it mixed up, then it's no worries. I'm just curious.
Life's just a game, and lucky you. You're playing with me.
I don't know. I feel like I don't really have fun on casual games. Battlefield 6 is a very casual game to me.
Introducing your
But it's
champion.
cool. You know what I mean? That's not good. I wonder why. I mean, it could be good because if you don't want to, you know, push out a shitty product. Oh yeah. I'm a true COD player at heart, so.
I hear something. Watch for enemies over there. Frag! Throwing frag! Throwing an Just try and escape. Recharging
Harvesters are now available. Warning. Room closing. Attention.
Already getting afraid. The fun is
Smell that. First blood. Taking fire.
opening the gate.
You can't escape death. Recharging shield. Recharging shield. Evil harvester here.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Lay down the gate. Care package incoming. It's a house.
Just try to escape.
A ring console here. This is based on package deck, you know.
I mean, yeah, I should rephrase that. I'm a COD player at competitive, ranked, where kills and shit matters, but at the end of the day, you want to rank up, you need to win.
Over there. Why? Care
So,
package over there.
I understand the both. I'm not a brain dead COD player.
I need light ammo.
Light ammo here.
Take this phase runner.
Thank you.
Take this phase runner.
Voila. Extra. Backpack here. Level 3.
Thermite grenade here. Extra supplies here. Take them or don't. I don't care. You can't escape.
Thank you.
Thanks. You know I'll use this for good.
I spotted an enemy. Throwing a grenade. Tossing a grenade. Tossing a grenade.
Throwing a thermite. Entering the shadows.
Setting a fence. The fence is complete.
Someone's out.
It's raining enemies. One landed near me.
Pick me up. Next victim, right here.
I'm fencing. The circuit is complete.
Go here.
Having trouble.
Closed door here.
Big contact.
Enemy right
Hold on. Recharging. Ready up. Pull back if things get a mess. Go here.
This one begin. Toss. Fence place.
Kill leader.
There's a new kill leader making things messy. Reload. Target killed. I have our friends back.
Has been the kill leader.
Throw your knock star.
Like, I've always been a combat medic for Battlefield, whatever I've been in 3 years, pretty good at it. Like, I'm decent at it, I know my role. That's a Battlefield mentality.
Now romp with me. I'm ready for a match.
Push just the right buttons, and we'll have ourselves a situation.
I used to wear a skin suit too.
Introducing
You don't know if you could be a Yank fan. They're not the same when they were the Dodgers or what the 90s Yanks were. And they're going too soft. Damn. Yeah. Sounds about right. What would he switch to? A Mets fan?
Take him or don't. I don't care.
Round one. Beginning ring countdown.
Say what? We're all inside this ring.
2020 LDS, Yanks, Rays go to World Series. Blue go to World Series. I mean, you guys made it to the World Series last year.
Extended heavy mag here. Level
Can't
2.
count that out.
My weapons in hand. Ready to... I need...
A fully enhanced weapon doesn't get any better than this.
You gonna be a Red Sox fan? Jaron Duran? Where's your head out?
Setting a gate.
Attention. Evo harvesters are online.
Backpack here. Level 2. Already in the ring. This is gonna be fun.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
The team that beat y'all, you're gonna turn into them?
Attention. Delivery care package.
Care package incoming. Fallbacks in play.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 3.
Yes. Leveled up. Comes with a shiny upgrade. All the better for killing you
Care
with.
package over. What? Care package over there.
Got an
Extra supplies here. Firepower is key.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. Someone's having fun already.
Nobody landed already?
Backpack here. Level 3.
Map show was spread out a bit much.
Better get something good. Backpack here. Gold tier.
My weapons in hand, ready to die.
Putting out a gate. Setting a gateway.
That's wild.
Good. Jumping out.
Banner is mine.
Yeah, front off. I mean, I feel the same about Red Sox.
Ultimate accelerator.
I'm back. I guess that's what friends are for.
Trade away our best player, Mookie. We haven't done shit. I mean, last year we got Garrett Crochet, so they're been better, but it's just like traded away Devers. I get that why they did that though.
Skin suit over there.
The kill leader has been
No escape.
It's hard to be a fan sometimes when shit doesn't work out, but it's easy to be a fan when they're doing good, I guess.
Hemlock here. I've upgraded. Let's put it to the test. Oh, maxed out my upgrades. Attack there. They want to play with their insides. Escape's not an option.
Replicator incoming.
Got some extra munitions. Found an out here.
No escaping me.
Dips.
In the shadows. Arcs are out. Frag out.
And ready to die.
Can't escape. The crisis skin suit sealed.
1 minute. Rings nearby.
Throwing frag. Half the squads are already dead. Shame. Recharging shields. Seconds to get inside that ring. Skin suit over there.
Open for target practice.
Get in the ring, or I'll kill you myself. I see a target in the distance.
Always ready with the fallback. recharging.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Replicator incoming. Head them off. Reloading.
If they get screwed with that Soda 2.0,
Rings nearby, and we still got
Dane
a
has to go.
Plenty of time for some fun.
Recline. Heard rumors of Harper trade 2, and if that happens, then Rice Harper's not. Bryce Harper? Bryce Harper's not going. They're not going to trade him from away from the Phillies.
Ready to fall back.
No way.
You can't escape. Saw someone over here.
Enemy there. Enemy shield cracked. Airstrike coming down.
Rings around the corner. Listen up, I'm getting shot at. Reloaded. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Broken enemy shield. Bowing out to the void.
Not used to taking bodies off the ground.
Quinlan, I gotcha. Just giving my shields a recharge.
I was lucky.
Ammo's low. Need to find more.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Shield battery here.
Attention.
Replicator on its way down.
White care package over there. Let's make white care package over there.
I'm spotted. Taking fire. Recharging my shields.
Firing on enemy. Reloading.
Get over there.
Listen up, I'm getting shot at. Just giving my shields a recharge. Hostile spotted.
I heard you.
5. Brooks, got another squad. Arm up. You're coming with me, Doc.
Throwing frag.
Readying up. Fall back. Things get too messy.
Reloading. Rings around the corner.
Frag out. Reviving when safe.
Down my head. Hold your feet. Lifeline's got your back.
That was the last one. Till the next one. You can't escape death.
Throwing out a gate.
Gonna use the void net.
I actually just clutched that so fucking home.
Shields recharging.
He'll pick you up.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
Throwing frag. Throwing frag. Throwing frag.
Spotted the target in the distance.
No escape.
Heads up. You follow them now, alright?
Recharging shields.
I got kidnapped.
Enemy spotted.
Grenade incoming.
Recharging shields.
Ring closing in 10. I've been down.
Move enemies now.
Throwing an arc.
Yeah, good job. You'll pick me up. Look out, I'm getting shot at. Look out, enemy fire. Target there.
The owner trashed him out. It's out there. He said that his skills aren't up to par compared to. Really? I thought that was fake news. Alright, bro. GG's, man. Have a good night. You're welcome.
It's not.
Hey now, I didn't ask you to be the best. I worked for it.
This is your champion.
I'm gonna make this world bleed.
this weapon enhanced. Good.
Rings a long way ahead. Enemy touchdown near me.
Far ring, 45 left. He's behind here.
Spotted. Enemy spotted.